This transformation is Gemini because the big titans of the zodiac, Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto, have been in your eighth house, and we all know what these titans did to the world in this. What is up, Gemini? Welcome to your October 2020 horoscope. First, let's go into talk about what's been going on with you the last month, and then we're going to talk about this month transits. This year have been really intense for everyone, and I shouldn't even say this. I think everyone knows this already, but I also think it's important for you to understand how this touches you personally. I'd say one of the signs that have been going through the deepest transformation is Gemini because the big titans of the zodiac, Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto, have been in your eighth house, and we all know what these titans did to the world in this 2020. But for you, Gemini, these titans were transiting your seventh house of death and rebirth. And having Uranus in your 12th house, I don't know seriously if there is another sign that is going through this huge transformation this year. It's incredible. And of course, it has been really hard for you. Unfortunately, these energies are still going to be there till the first months of the next year. I have to make a disclaimer, this is a general reading, and you have to check your rising sign so you can see the whole picture. But for sun sign Geminis and rising Geminis, I feel you're going to feel identify with what I'm saying here. Finally, I like to say that some of you had deeper soul connections this year, and you probably were dealing and continue to be dealing with a twin flame, a karmic partner. You probably had to let go someone, and it doesn't have to be a love relationship. Maybe someone that you really love, could be family, or you had to let go something that you were tied to. And this is always hard, but the good thing with transformation is that you always get stronger, and displacements are not usual. This is not going to happen again in decades. So whatever happened to you with these transits, it's something that it's going to change you forever. Since September the 9th, Mars retrograde has been in your 11th house that deals with friends and social matters, so maybe it hasn't been the easiest time for you when dealing with your friends. Hopefully nothing bad has happened yet, because I like to warn you about this month, because your relationship with friends can be challenged during this period. And I say that all wounds that maybe you thought were already healed with respect to your friends could resurface during this time. I know this first part of the month doesn't look that promising, but the universe always have the balance. And with respect to family, things look really good. So utilize this time to spend with your loved ones. Also, you could be using this time to improve your home. Planning some home renovation would be good, or going out with family, reaching out with close family and relatives. All of those sort of things could be great during this month. I know Geminis are really social beings, but socializing this month without taking care of what you say can create a lot of conflict for you. So if you have social events, please remind to be calm and try to don't get triggered when something minimal happens. Also, moving could be good during this time, especially before October the 13th. Now, the last one of the Titans will be direct. And this is the beginning of the end. Don't worry, it's not the end of the world, even though it may seem so. The Titans, Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto, are ready to move forward, but not without ending this crazy cycle that every one of us in the planet Earth have witnessed during this year. So buckle up and be ready for the end of the cycle. In your case, the cycle is touching your sector of karmic matters. It's not only about love relationships, but also every type of karmic debts. And also, this could touch your finances. Some of you had a pretty bad year with respect to your finances, and this energy, as I said, is still going to be with us till the first months of 2021. The advice for you guys is don't push anything, don't try to fix anything. Understand that this is a process that you have to go through. The more you fight, the more you're going to suffer. Just surrender to the universe. Try to get all of the lessons and ask for guidance to the divine. Whatever you believe in this, this is gonna help you a lot. Your sixth house is going to have a lot of activity this month. Look, guys, I know what I'm telling you here may sound a little bit pessimistic or whatever, but the energies of this month are like this, and it's better to be prepared. So I'm only telling you what I see, and hopefully you're going to be able to go through this month in a less turbulent way. Before I knew anything about astrology, I lived this kind of situations in my personal life, and when I started getting into astrology and I checked those days in my birth chart, I understood so many things and I realized that if I had known about astrology at that time, all of that suffering could have been avoided. So consider yourself lucky that you know what's going on, because believe me, you have it way better than the average Joe out there who's totally unaware of why this is happening to them. Going back to the sixth house, this is a month where you have to take care a lot of your personal health, especially take care of your arms, lungs, hands, and nervous system. This month is important to be careful when you're doing chores at home or something related with your work. Also, take care of how you communicate with others, especially at the workplace. We already talked about friends, so if you have friends at your workplace, you should be careful with them during this period because this Mercury retrograde will be affecting your sixth house of health and work. Gemini is all about talking and discussing every type of subjects, but this is a good time for introspection and avoid every type of conflicts and ego disputes, because remember we have Mercury and Mars retrograding at the same time. So after the 13th of this month, be careful about all of this. The next placement that we're gonna discuss is kind of a bittersweet. Sometimes I have problems understanding some aspects because at first hand they look a little bit confusing, but then I let the spirit guide me with this. So here we go. There is a lot of squares happening in your fifth house, but we also have a new moon and the sun transiting the house of romance, creativity, children. So at first it seems like there is a lot of good aspects mixed with bad, but what I grasp is that there is a lot of tension if you're just flirting with someone or starting a new kind of relationship, but you still are in the space of flirting, hanging out, dating, no strings attached type of situation. This is going to be challenging. You could end up cutting this person out of your life. You're also going to reevaluate projects that you were working on. It seems like you're leaving all of this behind and going to a fresh start. In the other hand, if you have kids, this month, especially after the 10th until the 22nd, the relationship with your kids is going to be a little bit hard. I think money could play a role, but also could be just tensions at home. If you're thinking about starting something completely new, especially a project, it seems like it's a good moment. Just try to start it by yourself. And I know Geminis love partnering up with others, but at first just start with you, and you can include more people in the future, especially after November the 13th. There is an interesting aspect that I like to share with you. It's kind of exciting for me, and but I don't know if Gemini is really into that. But it could be a good moment for start digging in those aspects of life. And I'm talking about the full moon in Taurus at the end of the month. And I'm totally sure that you've been experiencing every type of out of the body experiences, weird dreams, spiritual encounters, and I know this could be hard to understand for Gemini, that is all about logic, but there are some of you who really love all this stuff, and this is such a good moment for that. Not only this October 31st, but the next years, and I think last few years you've been at least noticing supernatural things happening in your life, which is Great, I really think it's great. This is all about Uranus transiting your 12th house. And the transits of Uranus are really long, so this is going to last for the next 5 years or so. Great time to explore all of that has to do with your spiritual journey. And this full moon in Taurus is a good moment for doing any type of meditation, yoga, taking a break from society, or simply just communicate with God. It doesn't matter what your personal belief is. This was everything for you, Gemini, this month. Thank you for tuning in. And remember to check your rising sign so you can have a better understanding of how things are going to affect you this month. Also, don't forget to subscribe for monthly horoscopes and activate all the notifications so that way you don't miss anything. See you later. Bye.